Welcome to this next video tutorial in the Getting Started series for Insight PCLan, the configuration of Insight. The purpose of this video is to identify the options available for configuring the Insight browser on personal preferences. First, let us open a document to view on the desktop workspace. To maximize the view frame, we double-click on the external border. The configuration dialog is accessed from the yellow icon button. Upon opening the configuration dialog, we see the System Information tab view first. There are two additional tabs, the Directories tab and the Preferences tab. The System Information tab shows the setup for the installed format the desktop computer has available to it at its present configuration. It shows the version of Windows being used, the version of the Explorer tool being employed, the version type of Insight, and its location directory. All the component versions of Insight are listed for the installation. The rest of the information shown is related to technical setup functions. Clicking on the Directories tab, we see the directory locations for the installed documents within the library of Insight, as well as the location of the work folder for the desktop computer. There is also an option for the data directory to be relocated if this is required. In the network application of Insight, this task should be carried out by the network administrator. To move the data directory, simply click on the Move Data Directory button, which will open the Move Data Folder tool. A new data directory location is required, and once the yellow folder is selected on the right, Insight will automatically be added to the location, as well as the permissions to do this will be indicated in the tick boxes. To start the move option, simply click on the Start Move button. The work folder is the directory where the workstation access point to Insight will store data for the user. Insight allows the access to the personal work folder to be moved to a convenient access point on the workstation hard drive. By selecting the yellow folder in the work folder option, a new location may be defined for the convenient access to the personal folder. Next, the Preferences tab hosts all the settings which will define how Insight will appear on the screen for the workstation. The general options show the 4 settings that may be adjusted. Remember, the desktop, when selected, will hold the last view which Insight was closed at. By deselecting the tick box will cause Insight to open with a fresh library access start rather than the last document viewed. The Application Update check, when selected, will cause Insight to first check for new updates to the application every time Insight is restarted. This may be deselected for quicker startup, but it is then crucial to do a manual update and check from time to time. Here, the notification in the application frame at the top of the frame will be useful, as it will indicate when an application update is available. Next, the Download Data from the Internet option allows retrieval of the data from the Data Dynamics server at startup. If deselected, a manual update will be necessary when the notice of the update is provided on the Data File panel. Last, the Roll panel on the left frame of the document in the view for the document index and the Tools and Titles pane will roll out upon mouse hover over. By deselecting the Auto Show tick box, the panel will only roll out if the information bar is clicked on. The Document Window option allows for the document contents pane to be pinned in the open position. Briefly open it in the rolled open position when the document is opened. When working in the full screen mode, which is selected from the top frame and removes the toolbar view, the document contents may be hidden irrespective of the preference setting. When open full view screen by selecting the tick box for this option. Let us review this option. Lastly, The mode of fade of the background appearance of Insight when selecting functions may be adjusted to none. Light or dark by selecting the option desired. This concludes the desktop tutorial for Insight application configuration. To learn more, please continue with the next video tutorial on your educational series disc, or visit our webpage to access the next in the Getting Started series for training videos. Thank you for watching this Getting Started video.